Check. Mic test. Check. Let me know if you can hear me, guys. Let me know in the chat if you are able to hear me. Just let me know in the chat. Just say hello. Just say something so I know that you guys are able to hear me. Good to see some of you guys here. I see Brennan saying, let's go, Julian. Let's make some money. Yes, fantastic. Can't wait to do so as well. All right, so Brennan can hear me. How about the rest of you guys? Those of you who just joined in, all right, wherever you are watching this from, let me know, guys, if you are able to hear me loud and clear. Just let me know in the chat. All right, so as a few more people are hopping in, let me just take a sip of water first. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know in the chat. All right. Okay, Biju say yes, Ken. Yes. Okay, Michelle is here. Lei-In is here. Ambrosia is here. Good to see you guys. Jimmy is here as well. All right, fantastic. Since we have good video and also we have good what do you call that, audio, let's get started. So for those of you who don't know me, Julian here, and I'm actually Forex. I've been doing Forex over the last 3-4 years, right? And I would say that, right, I'm very happy, I'm very excited because today I get to share a little bit about what the markets are doing. Okay, and of course, if there's opportunity, how many of you guys love to do live trade? Type in live in the chat, right? So if there's opportunity, we will enter some live trades today, right? So hopefully we have some opportunity to enter some setups. We're going to be analyzing the markets first before we even do that. Want to make sure that you guys know what is happening in the markets today before we actually go and enter some trades. Yeah, so fantastic. All of you guys say live. All right, fantastic. So if you guys love some live trades, right, just type in live and then we will actually be doing some live trades later on. All right, so I'm just going to get started right now. Let me just quickly give me a second. How do I do this? Okay, hang on. Let me just try to figure out how to. Okay, great. Okay, can you guys see me? Okay, I think you guys can see me. Just trying to get this one up. Okay, fantastic. Okay, just checking. Can you guys see my screen? There's some weird background here. Let me just move this to like that. Okay, Black Mountains. Okay, I think we'll stick with this. Okay, you guys can see my screen. If you guys can see my screen, all right, just let me know in the chat. Let me know the slide if you can see the what do you call that, the charts. Yeah, can see. Yeah, okay. Live, guys, can you see the charts or not? I just want to make sure that you guys are able to see. Yes, if you can see, just type in yes in the chat. If you can see the charts, just type in yes in the chat. Okay, great. Yes, okay. We have Michelle that says yes. How about the rest of you guys? If you guys can see the charts, just let me know in the chat, guys, so that I know that everything is good. Yes, okay, great, fantastic. All right, so what we're going to do now is that we're going to actually go and look at the direction of the market. Okay, so since there's some drawings here, I'm going to use another tab, all right, so that we don't get confused. Okay, so let's have a look and see what is happening to the markets right now. Okay, so this is the monthly chart. So as you guys know, I usually will start off by analyzing the markets from a bigger time frame perspective. Right, so over here the monthly charts, I think is pretty clear. What do you guys think is the direction of gold? Okay, what do you guys think is the direction of gold? Is it going up? Do you think it's going down? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat, guys. Yeah, Brian says that the audio has a small delay. That's fine. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. Okay, let me know, guys, what do you think is the direction of the markets right now? Michelle says up. Okay, I think it's pretty obvious, right? Up, right? That's right. All right, so it has been going up over the past few months, I would say, right? But last 2 months it was actually a little bit weird. Okay, not to say weird, but it was a little bit I would say, confusing, right? In the months of May and in the months of June. Okay, so you can see right here that the markets ended up the whole month, right? Price was actually moving up and down, moving up and down, up and down, and then, right, it ended up the entire month, right, in the middle. All right, so this created actually what we call as a doji. Okay, doji, this actually means that the markets are a little bit uncertain of what's happening. The buyers and the sellers are actually, neutralize each other, so they end up, closing at the same area. All right, so this was happening in the month of May. This was also happening in the month of June. All right, but in the month of July, this month itself, you can see that the market start to push up. All right, and you can see that it has been showing a very strong bullish sign. Okay, now again, the month has not ended yet. We are just on 21st of July. Right, so which means that we still have how many more days? Let me know in the chat. How many more days before this monthly candle close? Any one of you guys know? How many more days? How many more days, guys, before the monthly candle closes? Before this month's candle closes? How many more days, guys? Let me know in the chat. You guys know? Okay, I give you a hint. All right, if you don't know, okay, basically this monthly candle ends at the end of the month. All right, and if you look at the right hand side here, okay, right hand side will actually tell you the countdown to when this candle actually closes. All right, so you notice that, okay, I'm using trading view obviously. All right, but if you don't see the number right here, how many days, okay, you can actually right click on this right hand column, okay, which is showing the price. You can actually go to the labels right here. Okay, under labels, you can see something called countdown to bar close. Right, so this will actually tell you when the bar is closing. So you can see here mine is check marked. Okay, so that's why it shows that this one here has how many days? 10 days. All right, 10 days in order to close. All right, so it's not 6 days, it's not 9 days, it's actually 10 days because the end of the month would be 31st of July. All right, so I'm not sure, Ryan, how do you get 6 days? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so it's until 31st of July. So we actually have 10 days. If you want to be specific, all right, you can see the countdown timer. What does it say? 10 days and 9 hours, right, before this candle closes. So is it possible, right, that within the next 10 days, market suddenly goes down, okay, and then we end up with another doji? Oops, okay, the drawing is not very nice, but is it possible that market suddenly goes down and then we end up with another doji? Is it possible, guys? What do you guys think? In the next 10 days, is it possible? Is it possible, guys? Hello? Trading days. Yeah, trading days. Ryan, you forgot today's only the 21st, right? We have until 31st. So this counts the trading days. It's possible, right? Anything is possible. Exactly. Right. So we cannot actually confirm that, all right, it is actually bullish until the monthly candle closes, which we still have, right, a few more days. Okay, so this is just to share with you guys, right? Anything is possible in the markets. The markets will do what it wants to do, right? All we need to do is we just react accordingly. Okay, now if we look at the weekly chart right now, okay, let's go and see, right, what's happening to the markets. Okay, so if I were to just draw it, you can see markets going up, going down, right, creating a lower low, lower high, right, and then over here, right, slightly shifting in direction, creating a higher high, right, and a higher low, right? You can see higher high, higher low, right? Right now, it seems to be, right, after that here, this one here, this created another lower low, okay? But then right now, okay, it seems to be pushing up. Again, we are just at the start of the week, right? So the week has yet to close, right? Because this candle today is just only the first day, right? So we're gonna see what happens, next. Okay, so obviously right now it seems very bullish. Okay, you can see right here. Okay, it seems very bullish, but again, we want to see what happens, right, in the other time frames as well. So we don't want to just use one time frame to just straight away see the charts and then straight away enter. We want to use multiple time frames. All right. So weekly, again, coming back to weekly, what do you guys think is the direction? Just now you say monthly seems bullish. How about weekly? Is it up or is it down? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat, guys. What do you guys think? What do you think is the direction? Up. Okay, you guys say up. All right, good. Okay, so I think it is definitely possible that it is up. So I'm just going to write it down first. Monthly, all right, up. We have weekly, all right, also showing up. Okay, and then let's go to daily. All right, you can see even in the weekly, right, it's pretty obvious that this is a trend line. You can see that it's still respecting the trend line. It's still heading upwards. Okay, even if you go to daily, you can still see that the trend line over here still being respected. You can see right here, all right, still being respected, still showing upwards trend. Okay, however, all right, besides today, obviously today seems to be very, very bullish, right? But besides today, okay, what has the markets been showing? All right, so let's have a look and see. Let me just remove these drawings first. Okay, so right now you can see that this is going up, creating higher high and higher low. And then what happened? This created a lower high, right? Lower than this high, right? Lower low, this high here, lower than this low, right? So initially it was a shift, right? So over here, this actually tells you that market possibly would have shifted into a slightly downtrend, correct? For it was going up at first, and then right here, there was actually a break of structure, okay, and then market starts to go down. But over here, what happened is that there happened to be another break. So you can see, if I zoom in a little bit, you can see that there is actually, a small resistance right here. It has been broken up. So this gives an indication that markets possibly wants to go up, right? And then you can see that the next low that it created was a higher low, correct? Higher low as compared to this low, okay? And then it start to, right, move up as well, creating another higher low as well right here, okay? Higher low, this is higher low, okay? H, L, H, L, right? It's also, right, higher low as compared to here, higher low as compared to here. Now, let's look at this one right here, okay? This high, okay, it seems to be higher as compared to this, correct? It seems to be higher. But if you actually go to line chart, all right, let me just clear all the drawings again. All right, if you go to line chart, can you tell me, is this actually a higher high that was being created? What do you guys think? This one here. Was it actually a higher high that was being created? Okay, this one, yes, higher low, correct? Higher low, higher low. But this one here, is this the resistance, or at least the high? Did it create a higher high? What do you guys think? No, all right, it actually didn't. Again, when you go to candlestick, you see that it did create a higher high because of this candle right here. This candle, it actually gapped above, right, before coming down. Even for this candle, it looked like it gapped above, right, when before coming down, when the market opened, right? So it was actually a little bit deceiving. All right, initially when I saw it, also I thought it was a higher high, but when you go to line chart, right, you can see clearly that actually it wasn't actually a higher high that was being created. Rather, it's slightly lower, right? But I would consider it more as equal high because it is not much of a difference. 56, 55, not that much of a difference. So I would say it's almost equal. All right. So this actually shows that market at this point in time, okay, was consolidating. Everyone type in the chat C for consolidate, right? It was actually moving sideways, right? From this point, okay, until this point, okay, it was mainly ranging, I would say, right? ranging up and down, up and down, up and down. All right. If you actually have a look at the trend, if you draw a trend line, okay, you will actually see that this was actually kind of like a triangle, right? So what does this mean? All right, when you see a triangle, okay, this is actually a sign that is waiting for something to happen, right? A breakout to happen. Now the breakout can obviously either be to the upside, all right? If it breaks to the upside with a pullback, you actually go even higher, or right, breakout to the downside, right? Whereby if it breaks to the downside with a pullback, right, then it will go even lower. So this was what was happening throughout the entire day. Okay, and now, right now, we actually have a clearer direction. Correct or not, guys? Okay, what do you guys think? Did the breakout happen to the upside or the breakout happen to the downside? What do you guys think? Did it happen to the upside or happen to the downside? Let me know in the chat. All right. Did it happen to the upside, right? Exactly. Okay. Upside. Yeah, that's right. Okay. So a breakout happened to the upside. So this actually tells us that we should focus on what direction, guys? What should we focus on? We should be focusing on buys, correct or not? Right? Because it has been already very, very clear that the breakout is to the upside. Okay. So this is daily. Okay. Now, if you go to 4 hour, okay, I'm going to delete all this. All right. So if you go to the 4 hour, let's see what are some of the areas that we can actually look to buy. Okay. So I've actually given this analysis right here. Okay. And I actually put it into my Telegram group. Okay. My Telegram channel. Right. This analysis, I literally went through like the whole analysis for the week today, right, early this morning, and I actually put it up on the Telegram channel. Just checking how many of you are in my Telegram channel. Yes, did you manage to see the analysis? Let me know in the chat, guys. Okay, how many of you here you didn't manage to see the analysis, the video that I actually shared? Let me know in the chat. If you didn't, right, just type in no. Okay, and I give you access to the analysis as well. Let me know, guys. How many guys managed to see this analysis? Okay, yes. Okay, yes, Mr. Trade. Okay, no. Okay, one person says no. Okay, how about the rest of you guys? Okay, no. We have a few people that say no. Okay, good. Do you guys want the access to the Telegram so that you are able to see and you don't miss out on any of the analysis next time? You guys want? Okay, so I will actually help you guys out a little bit. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give you guys this one right here. Okay, so on the top right, you will notice, okay, like that. Okay, on the top right, you will notice that there's a QR code. Okay, scan this QR code, and I'll actually it will actually take you to the Telegram. So I'm going to show you a little bit as to where this Telegram was actually shared, so you guys also know. Give me a second. Let me. All right. So meanwhile, if you have yet to join in, just quickly scan it. Okay. So you can see right here. Let me just check. Are you able to see my screen? Okay. Wait. Not yet. Here. Okay. You guys can see my screen already. Okay. So you can see this is the Telegram channel, right? Genesis Pips. All right. You can see that at the bottom here, not really at the bottom, but in the afternoon, I actually shared this analysis. Okay. So let me see if you guys are able to see. I don't think you guys are able to see. Okay, but basically when you click on play, you will be able to see just a 17-minute long video where I actually shared the setups, right, that I was actually looking at for the week. Okay, so one of them actually got taken today, right, which is the sell right here. Okay, this one right here, and I'm going to show you guys how I actually do the analysis as well, so you guys get to see, right? And if you don't want to miss out, just make sure that you scan the QR again. QR is at the top right, okay, so that you don't miss out on future videos as well, okay. So hang on, I'm just gonna leave the QR there for a little bit. All right, so I'm gonna go back and show you guys, okay, how I actually do the analysis so that you guys are able to see as well. All right, let me go to my screen right here. Okay, you guys should be able to see right now. Okay, so again, if you have yet to go to the link, the QR code, just scan the QR code, or actually just type it in your computer or in the desktop, whatever. All right, the rebrand.ly/Genesis Pips. Okay, you will have the link to it. All right, so let me show you how I actually got this analysis. Okay, we're going to show you the sell that happened as well. All right, and I'm going to show you what we actually managed to get. This sell, we actually managed to get about 70 pips. For those of you who actually joined in, who actually was able to get the join in the trade. All right, we were actually waiting for the buy, but meanwhile waiting for the sell to come down, right, for the buy to happen, right. So over here, okay, why I actually put this as the sell, this is actually one of the H4 resistance areas. You can see right here, you go to H4, you can actually see that this is a very strong resistance, okay, that is still fresh, I would say, right? It's still fresh. It actually did get touched one time before, second time right here. So this is actually the third time, right? So that's why it actually broke through, but we still actually managed to get around 70 pips for it. So you cannot see it right here. If you want to see, you actually need to go to a lower time frame. You'll be able to see, right? So we actually caught this right here. Okay, there you go, 70 pips. Okay, so yeah, so basically this was one of the trades. Now let me actually go through and show you again how I normally do my setups, or how I actually look at my setups. So all right, first thing is I always try to identify where are the key areas, right? Potential key areas. So usually I will always go to H4 to do that, right? Because if you actually go to only the lower time frames, M50, M30, you can't really see much, right? So you notice I always start from the bigger time frame, monthly, then to weekly, then to daily, right? And then right now to H4, where we are looking at. Okay, so let me just delete everything first. Okay, and then I'll do it again so that you guys can see how I actually do it as well. Okay, so I'm just going to delete all this for now, and we're going to do it together. Okay, this one as well. Okay, delete now. All right, so since we are in 4 hour, okay, what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to see. All right, at that point in time, price was around here. Okay, this morning price was around here. Okay, so I will always go and see what are some of the key areas, right, that we can actually mark. So for example, right, this would be one of the key areas because this is H4, right? So I'm going to mark all the H4 support and resistance. As you guys know, I mainly trade using price action, right? So I will always just use support and resistance to actually identify the key areas, and H4 would be quite strong as well, right? So why is this area, right, an area that I actually mark? Very simple. This is actually a resistance. You can see right here, breakout. All right, when it come back, this becomes a support area, right? So I just mark this area. Then I will check, has this area been taken, or is this area still fresh? Okay, when I say taken or when I say fresh, what do I mean? I mean that, has it been collected? Has price touched the area before? If price has touched the area, then this is actually what I call as not fresh. All right, so it will be a little bit more risky when price goes there another time. All right, so you can see right here, exactly at this area here, all right, price actually rejected and then went all the way up, right? So when market opened today, market actually opened up with a bullish push to the upside, right? Purely because this was a area of, right, over here, this was the area of resistance, right? Breakout becomes support, right? RBS. Everyone just type in the chat. RBS, right? Pretty simple. Okay. So now that I've identified at the closest price point, right, when it was around here, what was happening, then you can actually go and mark the upper and lower areas. Okay, so let me just delete all these first, and then we will continue after that. Give me a second. Let me remove this. Okay, draw this again. All right, so assuming again price was around here. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to mark again what are some of the other areas that are the closest, right? So over here, this would be on the closer areas. All right, this area here, all right, there's a resistance here. All right, very simple. This one here, there's a support here, so that's why I'm marking this area. All right, at the bottom, okay, let me just delete this first. This one delete. Okay, at the bottom here, there's also another support as well. All right, so you can see I'm just marking the closest areas, right, that has the support and resistance identified by the A or the V. All right, this is the resistance. This one here is the support. Okay, okay, just checking before I continue, guys. Are you guys following so far? If you're following, type in F in the chat for follow. All right, just want to make sure that you guys are okay before I proceed on. All right, let me know in the chat as well if you guys are okay so far. If you're good, just say good. Meanwhile, I'll just drink some water. Following. Okay, great. Okay, so right now, okay, since we have already identified the closest support resistance areas, okay, over here there's also one. Okay, now sometimes you can see that there are two very close areas, right? You can see right here, if I were to mark this would be around 3366. Okay, this level here will be around 3366. If I were to mark this one right here is 3367. So literally is only 100, no, sorry, not 100, just only 10 pips. Okay, so it's not very far. Okay, so I will actually just choose one. Okay, if you want to make it an area, you can take, you know, the entire thing as an area. But if not, just choose one. Of course, if you want to sell, right, at a place that you want to sell, you would rather choose the higher area. All right, because anyway, it's very, very close to each other. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. Over here, you will see that there is also another, this one here and this one here, right? You will see that there's very close areas as well. So if you, of course, if you want to take this one, you can as well, right? Because this is another higher area. You will notice, yeah, actually it's not much of a difference because it is just literally like 10 pips only. Okay, so this is what I will do. Give me a second. Let me just delete all this first. Okay, so right now, okay, right now what we're going to do next is I'm going to see, right, if there are any areas that I can actually look at, right? They have setups. So for me, all right, I actually trade a very, very simple strategy called the SRR or the RSS. Okay, SRR and RSS. All right. So what is this? Very simple. What it means is, okay, I'll start off with SRR first. What I'm looking out for is I'm looking out for a support. All right, support that breaks through. This is a support that breaks through two resistance. Resistance 1, R1, oops, and R2. R2. Okay, and forming a new resistance. All right, new resistance. Okay, so what happens is that what we're going to do is we are going to wait for price to come back to the support. That's where we're going to buy over there. All right, wait for price to come back to the support, then we're going to buy. So this pattern right here, you can actually see it happening very, very frequently as well, right? And I always try to be very conservative, right? Because I'm very careful. I don't want to lose money, right? So I will always, right, wait for price to come back to the support, right, before I buy. Okay. Now, of course, is there certain times whereby we may miss the setups, right? If price decides to push higher, right, at higher areas? Yes, for sure, right? For example, is it possible for us to buy at R2? Right? What do you guys think? Is it possible for us, if you want to actually, right, take a buy instead of at the support, we want to actually buy it at R2 instead? Is it possible? What do you guys think? Right? If you want to actually buy at R2. Is it possible, guys, if you want to buy? Yes, no? Then just let me know in the chat. How, guys? Is it possible? Yes, no? Okay, Michelle says not possible. Okay, how about the rest? What do you guys think? Is it possible if you want to buy at R2? Okay, actually, there's no such thing as not possible, okay, because this is your money, okay? So your money, you decide what you want to do with it, all right? You want to buy at R2, you want to buy at R1, you want to buy in the middle here, also up to you, okay? So it's definitely possible if you want to buy in on R2, right? And of course, if you're thinking about what is the reason, right, for buying R2, simple. Again, just now something that I taught you guys before, right? Hang on, let me just delete this, okay? Simple, all right, basically, we are looking for a resistance that breaks through, right? Resistance that has broken out, right? Resistance here, R, breakout, pull back to the support, right? This is the area that you buy. So yes, if you want to actually buy at the R2, right? Because this is a resistance, broke out, right? When price come in here, you can actually, right, look to buy as well, right? But there are many, many times whereby, right, after price go up here, maybe 20, 30 pips, right? 40 pips, then it start to come lower down, right? Come to the next resistance right here, okay? And then over at this area, price goes up again, 20, 30 pips, and then comes down here before it makes a bigger push, right? So in that case, then what you're going to do if you actually already bought over here, right? Especially those of you who never monitor, right? Those of you who never look at the chart, to monitor your trade, never set a stop loss or whatever, right? You will be in floating loss, right? You'll be in losses because you buy high, right? So again, is it possible to buy R2? Of course, the answer is yes. You can buy wherever you want, right? But, right, that's the reason why I prefer to be safe. I just prefer to wait at the lower area, right? But is there times whereby because of this, me waiting at the lower area, there are times that I miss the setup? Is it possible? Right? Of course, it's possible as well, right? I may miss the setup simply because, right, I didn't, I didn't catch the push upwards, right? Because I'm hitting at the lower part. But on my end, is there any loss for me? Do I lose money? Right? If I actually wait for it to come at the bottom, but it didn't come, it already went up earlier. Did I lose any money? I need to be aware that, the reply is always a little bit slower. Right? I didn't lose any money, right? Because I didn't get into the trade anyways. Right? So this is me being safe again. Can you buy at R2? Yes, you can, but if you don't know where to close it, then you lose money, all right? But if you buy at the support, is it possible that when you buy at the support, sometimes it also breaks the setup? Oops. Sometimes it also breaks the setup. Is it possible? Is it possible? What do you guys think? If I decide, if I'm buying at the support, right, and then the sellers, right, are too strong, it push the price even lower, breaking the support. Is it possible? Right? Of course, it's possible as well. Right? I miss trade better than lose money. Exactly. Right? So it's possible as well. But right, I'm already buying at the lowest area. So I know that this is the most safest area. If it really breaks, right, then price definitely wants to go down. Right? So don't need to fight it. But imagine if you buy over here, right? You buy over here, right? In this area here, you try to buy at this area here, and then it goes down, right? Price goes down. It goes down and breaks even more on this area. Then what? What's going to happen, right? You don't have a stop loss, you're going to lose even more money because, right? Price went all the way down. Okay, so this is how I trade. I try to be safe. Okay, better safe than sorry lah. Okay, I don't want to lose money. All right, because money not easy to be to make. Right, if you don't know how to do it, it can be quite challenging as well. How many of you guys agree with me? Right, so keep your money safe. Okay, if there is no proper setup, then why do you want to force a setup to take, or why you want to be greedy? Right, why you want to be greedy? Okay, if you want to buy at a higher area, for sure you can, because it's your money anyways. But you go and know when you should cut the trade, right? If it goes against you, right? That's why we also set break even. Okay, if trade goes up, right, you want to set a break even so that if price reverses down, you are still in profits. Okay, so this is an explanation of the SRR, right? And now RSS strategy, basically same thing, just the other way around. What I'm looking out for basically is this pattern again. All right, looking out for a resistance. Oops. Looking out for a resistance, right? That breaks support 1, S1, and support 2, S2. Okay, form a new support. Okay, new support. So today I won't go into much detail about how to look out for SR, RSI. I think I've gone through that quite a number of times already, right? Just showing you guys how I do the analysis for the entire day or week whatsoever. All right. So again, for this one here, same thing, RSS, right? We want to look for a big movement, right? A big movement, all right, of the candle breaking through at least 2 supports. We wait for it to come back to the resistance area, whereby we will actually sell over there. All right, so you need to take a screenshot, all right, for this, both of these. Please do so as well, right, so that you guys can remember. All right, a lot of times people who are just new to doing this find it very hard to remember this pattern, or find it very hard to even find it on the charts, and they always see it wrongly. Okay, so you need to take a screenshot, quickly go and do so. Give you guys 10 seconds. Meanwhile, let me drink some water. Okay, done. If you guys are done, just type in the chat, just say done. All right, done, huh? Okay, so I'm just going to delete this. Okay, guys, are you guys finding this session valuable so far? Has it been valuable for you? If you are learning something, or if it's valuable for you, can you just type in V in the chat? V for value. Right. Okay. The price keeps going up. Huh? So where is it going up to? All right. So next area you can see it's actually heading to this area right here. Okay. So this is the next H4 resistance that is heading to, which is actually coming very, very close to it already. Okay. Yeah, you can see. How do I know this is A? Can you see here? All right. All right. So I'm just marking the end of the A resistance. All right. So take note, this is one area that you can actually potentially sell. All right. But so if you want to be safe, all right, wait and see the lower time frame, see what happens at this area. All right. If it literally just goes all the way up, all right, green consecutive candles at the lower time frame, M1, M5, right? It's all green candles. Okay, then you want to be careful. Oh, it's not green. Okay, let me make this green. All right. Let me see if I can draw it. Yeah, yeah. If you see, if approaching this, you can see it's all green candles like that. Okay, then you need to be careful a little bit because it means that price still wants to go up. All right. Of course, if you slowly start to see that there is actually a red candle that forms, right, rejection happening, right, then you know that okay, potentially there is actually right some sellers coming in, right, then you can actually proceed to sell. Okay, you want to be careful. Now it's not approaching the area yet, but as it's coming closer and closer, you want to pay attention. Okay, what we want to look out for ideally in the lower time frame and 1 and 5 is you want to look out for something that does this. So for example, price should always move like that, right? So it's going upwards, and then what happens? Fast, right? Fast spike up and then spike down. Okay, hang on, let me just change this to black. Okay, so we're looking for spike up, pop, spike down, pop, right? Spike up, spike down, right? So this is showing you that the sellers are coming in to push the price down. Okay, it's better if it breaks through this support right here. Okay, and then it actually closes below, so we know that breakout happens, right? Wait for price to come back, pull back up again, right? And then push back downwards again. So when you see this, right, price breaking up, breaking down, price breaking up, breaking down, right, then this is your right stronger confirmation, right, that you can actually start to enter right into the cells, right, because this is definitely just a safer approach. All right, so yeah, just pay attention for that. Currently, haven't reached the area yet, so you can just wait for a while. Okay. So this is what I want to see, right? And especially in the lower time frame, I want to see price spike up, push it down. All right. So usually why they spike up, right? Some people say sweeping liquidity, whatsoever, right? So basically, right, collecting all the stop losses that are above here, right, and then pushing it down. So this is what is happening in the logical sense. Okay, Ken. Good. Is this helpful for you guys so far? Okay, so I haven't finished talking about the setups or identifying where is the buy and sell areas, right? But just checking with you guys, how are you guys doing so far? Can follow or not? Are you guys finding this valuable? Just let me know in the chat. All right, so you'll notice this, all right, this pattern right here, spike up, spike down, all right, in almost every reversal that you're seeing. Okay, so I won't go too much in depth into that right now because again today I want to actually just talk about how do you actually find right the analysis or do the analysis right on your own so that you are able to get some you're able to do analysis on your own as well. I'm going to show you how I do the analysis so that you can kind of replicate it. All right, so this is what I always do. Okay, hang on, let me just delete all this first. All right, cool. Yes. Okay, great. Okay. Also, guys, any questions? Let me know. Is there any questions that you have so far? Let me know in the chat. Okay, so I show you guys for example. All right, so this is talking about lower time frame confirmation. Right, you can see right here. Okay, what is this? Price push all the way down, right? Coming up at this point in time, it is still actually going down because this is still a downtrend, right? It's still a downtrend, pushing price down. So, but over here, what you can see is that price suddenly push up, right? And when it push up, this area here, it actually breaks this resistance right here, right? Basically, it create a breakout, right? It's going down, and then what happened? Price pushes up, right? It breaks this resistance. So before that, lower high, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Lower low again here. What happens after that? There's actually a breakout that happens. This one now creating a higher high. So you can see right here, higher high. Okay. What do you do when you see a higher high? You don't want to straight away, right? Enter. Correct or not? Every time there's a breakout, you want to wait for a pullback first. Breakout. Okay. Pull back before you entry. Okay, no one buys immediately after the breakout because there's always going to be a pullback. So you can see right here, where is price pulling back? Price pulling back exactly at this area right here. This was a resistance that got broken out, right? Come back over here. Okay, so you can actually start to enter, okay, when price actually, right, comes back into the area. All right, so you can see after that, price try to break out one more time, pump, it keeps going up higher and higher. All right, so you always notice, right? Again, same thing, like I mentioned, like that, going down, fast up, all right, and then break out, pull back, and then break out, pull back, break out, pull back, break out, pull back. Okay, a bit hard to draw, but I hope that you guys are understanding what I'm trying to say. This brush here, this brush tool is not easy to use. Okay, guys, you catching? You following so far? Okay. This one just show you guys some lower time frame confirmation for you guys to see. All right, now let me go back to the actual thing that I'm supposed to share, which is the analysis. Give me a second, let me just clear everything. Okay. Meanwhile, guys, also, if you have questions, okay, just let me know in the chat. Okay. Go back to H4. All right. So just now, what we say, right? SRR, right? If you guys remember, over here, you will notice that this now creates a very, after this breakout that happens, all right? Hang on. This breakout that happens, all right? You can see now this creates a very nice SRR new R on top, right? Candle already broke up. So what we do is you can actually wait for candle to come back, price to come back down here, right? To continue, right? Moving upwards to buy. So I will actually be marking, right, my buy area. Let me just clear all this first. I can't clear only the drawings. If I just clear only the drawings, actually all the lines will be deleted as well. Okay, so I will kind of mark it probably here. Let's make this entry somewhere around here. All right, over here there is also another SRR on H4. All right, you can see very clearly S break R, new R. So over here, another area that we can actually enter for buys as well. This H4, guys. All right, this H4. All right, so I put another entry right around here. Okay, and then at the bottom here, if you want to mark this area, we can as well, right, because this is the H4 support. However, zone is very big, 28 until 12. So to precise the zone, usually I will go through a smaller time frame, probably here like that. So if it's too big, you can actually go to a smaller time frame, right, and then kind of mark it out. So probably like that, right? 70 pips. For H4, I think it's still fine. Over here, actually this area here already kind of taken for H1. No, wait, for M30. Right, you see why did price come here and fly up? There was a S, R, new R, right? But price didn't come. I was actually waiting to buy down here, all right? But price took R1, R2. Price took R2 and then fly up already, okay? So unfortunately, I missed this trade, right? Which is fine because anyway, this one was quite early, like 11:30 or something, right? I missed this entry, right? So it is fine. Over here, why did price fly up here? Let me just show you guys. Give me a second. Let me just clear all this first. Okay, so you can see right here, this area here, why did price reject at this area? Very simple. This one here is a S, R, 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 N, R, right? H1, SRR. Of course, the buy area would be here, but then it actually took R1, R2, it took R3, right? This area here, right? And then flew up from this area. Again, is it possible to buy at the other R's? Yes, it's possible as well, right? Because this is a resistance, right? Breakout becomes support, right? So yes, it's possible to buy. But if it decides to go down before flying up, then you will be in floating loss unless you know how to cut, right? So that's why I was just waiting at the lower area instead of waiting here, right? Because here was a little bit risky. You are actually buying high, right? But so because of that, I actually didn't enter any buys over there, which is fine, right? I didn't enter, no trade, no loss as well, right? I mean, I still profit from the sell, right? So that's fine, right? Okay, hang on. Let me check if there are any questions so far. So is the next R at 3392 or 3433? Would you see it goes? Would you see it will go 3400? What do you mean? I don't really understand your question. Is the next R at 3392? Okay, that mean the higher R, is it? Let me see. 3392. 3392. I would say, I mean, again, one thing also you need to see the broker that you're using. This is Oanda, right? I would say that it will probably be 3395. If you look at IC markets, then it may be slightly different. I would say IC markets will be 3392. Right. So it depends on what is the broker that you're using. You need to also double check on that, right, with your brokerage as well. Sometimes if you see IC markets here, but then on your trading platform you are using MT5, then it may be different as well. You want to actually look, right? Usually MT5 follows Oanda, right? And then IC markets or Pepperstone follows MT4. All right, you need to check on the H4. You will see it very obvious, right, on the H4, right? Because the line chart will look completely different, right? Why? Because their closing time is different, right? If you notice IC markets right here or Pepperstone, right, closing time for H4 candle is in 1 hour, right? However, for Oanda, you notice that it closes in 2 minutes and 45 seconds, right? So there's actually a 1 hour difference, right, when it comes to the closing time as well. So then it will be completely, different when you trade. The A that you mark may be different as well. Okay, yeah. So on Oanda, back to this, all right, I would say that the next area I will probably mark at would be 3995. 3392 is also possible because it's just around here, but then it's already very close to this. So you can actually take the entire region here, okay, as a potential sell area, right? After all, it's just like maybe say this is like 3390, right? 3389.9 I consider as 3390, right? 3390 to 3395 is just 50 pips, right? It's not a lot. So take this complete area as sell. If you want to, that's fine as well. Okay. Sell. Oops. Sell. Okay. Yeah, that's what I see for now. Okay. But of course, if you want to be safer, then you try to look for areas to buy lah. Because direction is, you know, that it's going up, right? So you want to look for bullish areas to buy rather than, you know, looking for areas to sell if you want to be safe, that is, right? Okay, so hang on, let me just complete finishing this first. Okay, so over here I will actually mark higher up a bit. Let's take this. All right, so I'm marking this V, all right? And because when you go to H1, I see that there is actually a SR here as well. I will just mark this entire area, which is like 56 to 49.50 or something like that, around 60 pips for the entry zone. I think it's still fair. Yeah, there you go. And then on top here, actually, there's another entry also here, probably. Right? This H1, you can see S, R, R, new R. There's another R right here, right? So over here, you can also potentially enter buy as well. Okay, let me delete all this first. Here, entry. This is a buy, by the way. Don't get confused. Huh? Just because I put here entry doesn't mean sell. All right, this is all buy. Sell is on top here. Let's see what's happening here. Okay. So there's some rejection happening here already. Actually, if you want to try to sell here, you can as well. Maybe just smaller lots. All right, because you can see right here, it's actually very, very close to the sell area, which is like 88.6 to 89, which is like 10 pips difference only. All right, so potentially there will be it is an earlier sell. So if you want to actually enter sell when it was on top here, you can possibly try to enter small lot. Right, you can see right here, M1. Okay, now what I will actually want to see that will give me further confirmation is this roadblock here being broken. Okay, if this roadblock here being broken, right, I will actually look for entry, even though I haven't reached here, but I'll possibly look for a re-entry when it comes back up here. All right, so I want to see this roadblock being broken first, right? Wait for it to break downwards, and then wait for the pullback. Remember what I say? Breakout, pullback, okay, before entering. All right, so breakout here, pullback to the on top here before actually entering for the sell. All right, currently I've not entered anything yet because this roadblock still yet to break on M1. Wait, let me draw this here. Okay. All right. Meanwhile, any questions, guys? We've been going at this for 1 hour already. Any questions? Let me know. All right. Let's see on M5. Okay. M5 would be also an even better confirmation, right? If it is showing some signs of rejection. So you can currently see M5, hasn't closed anything in red yet. So there is also a possibility that it may continue going up here. That's why I say here, if you want to try to enter here, and just enter small lot to try 0.01 in case you miss the entry, right? 0.01 or 0.02 whatsoever based on your account size, right? The actual entry is on top here, right? But this one is just in case if you think that you may miss the entry or whatever, just enter a small lot to test it out, all right? But of course, if it would be better if this roadblock gets broken, right? Wait for the pullback here, then you enter, right? It's even safer, right? Currently, from the smaller time frame perspective, there is still no sharp push up and push down. So possibly it may reach up here as well. Yeah, so just be careful. Right, there's no sharp push up and down because currently it's still moving very slow. So that means it tells me that the sellers are not in yet. Right? So this is how we see it from the lower time frame, right, perspective. Right, if you're using MT5, you should see Oanda. Yes, correct. A and V, should we use candle high or low instead of line? I use line chart, which looks at the body close. Okay, Ken, hey guys, any questions so far? Any questions so far? So far, you identify one area, potential area of entry, right? So guys, if you guys enter and you profit, can you share in the Telegram? Cannot. Okay. If you enter and you profit, can share not? Currently still no sharp push up and down. Just wait. Possibly, I don't know, maybe 9:30 or whatever. All right. This is the actual area to enter. So you still not yet reached there. All right. So we shall see. All right. Price still inching is way up here. All right. So just chill. Just chill. See, M5, right, has not closed in red yet. Also, there's no sign that it's still going down, right? So that's why he rejected of this roadblock. Okay, so I've not entered anything yet as well. All right, just waiting and see what is happening to price action right now. All right, you can see. Okay, it actually pushed up off this roadblock, so it tells me that actually price wants to go higher. All right, so wait for it in the lower time frame first, right, before you actually take any action. Okay, Ken? Okay, let's see. Any questions? Guys, any questions you have, let me know in the chat. Any questions, guys? All right, so this is very important. Okay, if you want to actually compare, all right, you must compare the candlestick. So what you do, you go to 4 hour, right? You go to the line chart, and then you just compare the line chart from your MT5 and your trading view so that you are seeing the correct thing. Right? So you can see, does it look the same? If you go and compare these two, you can clearly see that it looks completely different, right? Right, this one here. Okay, so for example, this is IC market, right? So this is MT4. Right, if you're using MT4, you should be you most likely would see this, right? You can see this one goes down, goes up like that, like that, like that. Okay, compare it with this, right? It looks slightly different, right? MT4 has this like that, okay, but MT5 here doesn't have. So if you don't see correctly, you may be looking at the wrong, following the wrong chart as well. Okay. Sometimes if I am lazy to wait, I will just set a sell limit here, all right, and then set a TP of 100 pips and then an SL of 100 pips, and then I just let the trade do its thing. All right. So that's why I call it the set and forget, right? For H4 SNR, that's what I will do. Okay, Ken, guys. Okay, so currently it's taking some time. All right. So meanwhile, any questions? I'll probably continue on for another, I don't know, 10 minutes. Now it's 9:08, right? Probably until 9:15 because we've been at it for 1 hour already. Okay, so I already shared with you guys, okay, what are potential areas for entry as well. Right. So if you guys enter and you guys profit, can share or not? Share in the Telegram. You know time to monitor, just set, yeah, correct. Set the buy or sell using SR setup on mommy time frame and go to work. I wouldn't say, usually for the set and forget, I would say I would do it only on SNR. All right, not SRR or RSS. SNR, different. Don't get confused. SNR is basically when I mark the A and the V, right, on H4. That is where I will do the set and forget. But if you're talking about SRI, RSS, that one may require a little bit of monitoring. Okay, so you need to be aware of which is the strategy that you're doing. Okay, can. All right, cool. Okay, so meanwhile, I will also go and look at Forex Factory. Right, this is also another place that I go and look for news. All right, so today there's no news. Right, there's no news. Usually I will just look at the high impact news, which is the red, the one in red. The one in orange, I don't really care because it doesn't really move much. Right, so you can see Monday today is empty, nothing. Right, Tuesday there is power speaking, all those kind of things. Right, orange doesn't really move much. Move the markets much lah. So I don't really bother looking at it. Right, only the red one, high impact news. There's something that you want to be beware of. Yeah. All right. So currently you can still see that there's no break of structure yet. It is still, creating higher highs, higher lows. So just wait. Wait for the sellers to come in. Okay. Nothing yet. There's nothing yet. Can Yeah, I'm gonna wait for another 5 minutes because I'm actually very hungry. I haven't had my dinner yet. Okay, so we are still seeing trading view. Yes, I'm showing you trading view. Oh, okay. We're talking about the Forex Factory. Sorry. Okay. Let me try again. My bad. Hang on. How do I do this? Give me a second. Let me try again. Share screen. Forex Factory. Okay. Now you should be seeing Forex Factory. There you go. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, so here you go. You can see right here, Forex Factory. This is where I see the news. Okay, currently only red, high impact news that's important. All right, those there are other colors, which are the which are the orange. These are medium impact. As you can see, Monday today there's nothing. Right, Tuesday there's going to be some medium impact, but all these, trust me, it has not much impact on the market. Okay, so that's the reason why I just removed this entirely. Right, it doesn't really move the market. Only the high impact ones, right, would have a impact on the movement, stronger impact. Okay. All right, cool. Let me go back again to this. Okay, guys. Meanwhile, any questions? Dinner becomes supper. Exactly right. What to do, guys? I'm doing live stream with you guys. All right, so this thing coming so slow, so I just want to go eat. Okay, I just want to go eat. It's moving very slow. Okay, so probably wait until like 9:30 or something. Wait for like the bigger the sellers to come in. Okay? Currently, if sellers come in, it doesn't move very slow. Okay, you should move faster. So right now, not time yet. Okay. Okay, guys. If you have yet to join in our Telegram, again, please make sure that you do. Right, because Telegram is where I share with you guys some good stuff as well. Right, so make sure that you don't miss it lah. I mean, next time I do like sessions like this again, right, I will be doing it on Telegram as well. I mean, I will be sharing on Telegram as well. So if you have yet to join the Telegram, right, please make sure that you also do it. I'm just going to be sharing the QR code again, right? Take your phone, go and scan the QR code, right, which is on the top right over here, all right, so that you have access to the Telegram. All right, so you can see this is the Telegram that I just shared, right, the link to it. Okay, can. All right. Okay, cool. Guys, any questions that you guys have? Any questions? If no questions, then maybe I may wrap up because it is already 9:15. Okay. If this session has been helpful for you, all right, and also if you guys enter the trade, guys, help me out. Go and share your results as well, right? Share your profits into the Telegram, all right, because this will really help, and give me confidence, right, that you guys are taking the trades, and I would be more than happy to give more lah. I mean, if I share nice trade, but then you all don't want to enter, right, or you enter already, profit already, don't want to share, then what for I want to share, correct or not? Okay, so help me out as well by sharing. Okay, then I will share more lah. Okay, can all right, so you can see right here, this one seems like there's some red rejection showing, right? Possibly entry coming soon already. Possibly entry coming soon already. Still moving very slow. Wait for the spike, right? Or spike down, push up, right? You will see that if it spike down and then push up, and then it comes down very fast, okay, this is a good sign to enter. If not, I'll just wait for the breakout to happen. Okay, can guys? Hey, you guys cannot see. Oops. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. All right, you see M5 has red candles already. M15 has red candle as well. Okay, good. This is a good sign. All right, so I want to wait for price to spike up, pop, come back down again. All right, currently still moving and slow. Okay, so just chill for a bit. Can guys? Okay, so if all good, okay, I'm just going to go for my dinner right now. Okay, hopefully this has been helpful for you. If you guys want more sessions like this, okay, let me know on Telegram as well. All right, and I will think about doing more sessions like this. All right, Ken, see you guys. Bye bye.